Welcome to the AI Breakfast Lab, Monday through Friday. James and I are here sometimes with guests, and today is a Friday, so we're going to be doing some funnel training and logic, how to use our tool in the platform, which, by the way, is free. You can host unlimited websites in our platform. When you're subscribed to the $39, you can purchase domains and you could never pay hosting fees when you build landing pages or chat bots or SSL certificates. You don't pay nothing, nada. What a great value. That alone, James, is worth $39 a month. The fact that you can, build multiple pages in there, and then our web builder has actually got a unique feature in it that's a patent pending. It's a beautiful thing for businesses and for consultants and coaches and authors and just any type of business globally, worldwide. We automatically get your website and your content ranked on ChatGPT and AI search engines. It's an AEO friendly web builder. So basically, AEO stands for Ask Engine Optimization. What does that mean to you? Well, it doesn't mean any tech soup or anything that you have to worry about. You just need to build it in there and it will automatically position your website and your content to be found by AI assistants automatically. You don't have to just all you have to do is know what to put in the website, the content, right? And we have solutions for that as well. We have a landing page architect that can help you develop the content along with your knowledge and your genius. So you have everything you need to build persuasive copy. So uh, you guys having a hard time hearing me? Let me just make sure I turn my volume up here. Yeah. How about that? You should be able to hear me now.
Yo, you're too loud.
You're too loud now? Oh wow. Okay. How
Yeah.
about how about that? Is that better? How about that? Yep, that's good. All right. All right. Don't want to be too loud. Blow James's ears out. All right. So excellent, guys. So let's get to work here a little bit. And we are streaming live, so let's just I'm putting together some really cool stuff for you guys right now and just some education stuff. I think you're gonna like this a lot. So let's go into our AI platform. Let me go to the home screen and let's share my screen here for you. Share the sound also. Here we go. All right, so I'm in the AI platform here now. So we are good to go. So as you're in the AI platform, if this is your first time here, we have a menu here that you can of all of our apps that you can look at. And this is a plethora of tools, well over 40 tools in the platform. And those of you that are members, you have access to this. You can send it to your guests. You can download it right here. The little button that says download on the controls down here. There's a little download button. I'll make that a little bit bigger so you guys can see that. Okay, so make that real big for you. And scroll in, scroll down. There it is. See download right here? Right there. One of 11, next to one of 11. You just download it right there. All right. It makes it easy for you guys to see that. I'll keep it about 150 so you guys can see everything. So you can scroll in and out of that menu. You can download it and you can, you know, make it a little bit bigger if you want to. You can zoom in to it if you need to see things. So that is our Mo little character there. He's down here also. If you ever have any questions about the platform, we don't answer questions about your commissions or any technical issues with the Momentum Tech back office, but anything in the AI platform, Mo can answer. Okay. And it transfers to a live agent. Just give us 24 hours to answer any questions, and we'll do our best to answer those questions for you. We also have the email. James will put that in the chat, support at momentumtech.ai if you have any questions. All right. So let's get to work here, guys. So let's go to our website tools, and we have folders here that are organized very easy for you to find so you don't get overwhelmed, like design social posts, chat with chat bots or create AI images or make videos. or write your book or create a course or create your website or manage your business, right? So we're going to work on the website tools today. So the website tools, as I told you, you can buy domains right in the platform. And there's a benefit to buying domains because it eliminates the tech struggles and tech ignorance that you may have in terms of all the technical things you need to do to get your website live, right? We make it easy to get your website live. We make it easy to buy your email for your domain name for your brand and connect it, right? We make it easy for you to work with the landing page architect to design all your copy for your website, right? And you can come over here and you can see, if I click on that, you can see we've, all the Magic Kids platform, we put all the copy together for the Magic Kids platform. Look, here's the FAQ questions that we had it designed, right? So that we have on the website, right? Here's some micro FAQ questions, right? And of course, it gives us information like bullet points for all the tutors, right? And information about the tutors, right? So we trained this on the Magic Minds, and it gave us all the website copy that we needed to put the website together, right? When we started at the beginning, this is where it gave us the strengths and the gaps and the magic hook. You see, there's the magic hook, there's the benefit stack, there's the free bonuses, there's the promotional pricing, there's the FAQ questions and lead capture, mid funnel, there's the bottom of the funnel, recommended scroll order, high converting landing page, like what should you put above the fold, what's the subheader, turn screen time into future skills with personal AI tutor for your child. The subheader is, homeschoolers, parents, and proud grandparents for kids grades 1 through 12. Safe, joyful, confidence, or guidance in AI, reading, math, science, creativity, and more. So it gives us everything that we need, right? Some trust chips, you know, five benefit stacks, and it ranks it. Five is the most important. Three is not as important. Five is important. Three is not as important. The higher the rank, the more importance it is. This is rank two, right? Rank three, rank three. This is rank one, like the features of the tutors, right? That's not that important. That could be below the bottom of the funnel. What's important is what's it going to do for the parents and the kids? What's in it for them, right? So that's the landing page architect. Guys, you need to spend time with that if you want to learn how to build websites and the conversion. It'll teach you a lot. The landing page architect is amazing. Plus, we have a tutorial here for you also on the landing page architect. It's about 5 minutes long. Okay. So let's go to the website builder because I'm going to go through what the landing page architect teaches. And I'm going to give you guys a template and I'm going to pin it in the platform so you can use this to build any websites you want to. Sales pages predominantly. So I started working on this morning. So to create a project, you got to go down to the bottom, start at the beginning. So you can create a project manually and you enter the name of your funnel, what you want. And then once you do that, it's going to populate at the top of the window here, like this one did right here. Okay. So now you just click on it. And there's a lot of buttons here, but we're just going to go first right into the edit page. So I could edit. You can see I could add connect a domain. I could add products. I could work on automation. We're not going to go over any of these things today. Okay. We've done that already. And we have a training on the website tools in the platform. So if you just go into our community resources, training on AI apps, there's training on a lot of training on the website builder. Okay. Today we're going to talk about the science and architect about how to put the landing page together. So let's go into the edit section here. And you can see in red, I have the important elements of a landing page. So this is where you would put your logo, since it says your logo, right? So to change that logo or anything, you just come here to the window and you could upload your whatever logo you want. Maybe you wanted, this is your logo, right? You change it. You got to upload it. So I'm going to change it back. And what you could do is you could drag your logo right over here in this box up here, or you could just click here to upload it and upload it from your computer. If you create a logo on the platform, then you can upload it from the computer here. Okay, and it'll be saved here. So here's the logo I wanted there, just as an example. And the hook, it read all the AI tools you need. So to edit that, it's real simple, right? You just whatever your hook is, put it in there, right? So I'm putting that there to make it easy for you to change that text. I created a little shadow on the text, as you can see. If I go to settings over this, under miscellaneous, you could, since it is the hook, right? I thought it would be good right here. You see it says text shadow right here, right in this area. I put a strong shadow on it because I thought, you know, since that's a hook, it may be good to really make it bold, right? Because that's where you get their attention, right? And then the subheader is a smaller text. I may make that a little bit smaller, so I'm just going to go to the little settings gear right here. And you can see I can control the text size here. See this, the font size? I'm gonna make that a little bit smaller so it's one line. See? And obviously it needs to be a little bit closer. The only reason it's not is because this text is here. So all you do is, when you're working on this, if you're gonna clone this, use it yourself, in your account, you could just delete that, right? And then if I wanted to add more, I go to settings and I could add more top margin to that. There you go, right? So let's undo that because I'm working on this for you. There we go. Now I may want to make this like 2 lines, right? So how do you do that? So I'm working all through this with you today. Okay, so let's get rid of that font size a little bit less. There we go. Perfect. And you probably don't want this much white space between here. That's why you just eliminate the hook, delete that, and go up. Okay, so the spacing in here can be adjusted. How do you adjust the spacing? You just go to settings and you can do the top margin, to push it down or up, right? So if I have the purple settings, see this turns purple, you can control the top, the bottom, and the padding on the right, right? So if I wanted to do the bottom, watch this. See, it just goes down. See the whole purple moving down? See that? So I could adjust it that way. Okay. So again, let's go to the next element. So this is basically, let's save this and I'll show you what we have so far. Let's preview it. So here is the funnel, right? All the AI tools you need to create your content marketing for your business. We minimize your tech stack and save you money every month. Discover what our AI platform includes. And there's a 2-minute video. We've all seen this, right? This is
40 plus AI tools. One platform.
right? So it gives you like, the video. Now, below the video, there needs to be some elements. So let's work on that next. So next, we're going to put like we probably should have a call to action, right? So let's clone that red thing. Let's go down to the bottom here and let's put a call. And James, if I miss anything, let me know, okay? I'm kind of teaching and everything. Or if you have if you have a recommendation, this is to help at you and anybody, right? This is a call to action, right? This is, you know, your call to action. Which after they watch the video, you want them to be able to buy easy, right, James? Less clicks, more what?
Yeah. More sticks. Yeah.
That's right. More sticks. That's right. So You want them to be able to buy easy. Let's get rid of that a little bit. This is your call to action. And let's add a element. Let's add a button there. Okay, so let's just go to settings on the button. Let's get rid of the spacing on that for you. And you can change the color of the button. So I'm gonna change the color of the button. I'm gonna make it red, right? And then of course I'm gonna go to miscellaneous, and I'm gonna do the corners. I'm gonna make the corners a little bit rounder. So let's go to border, text, transform, letter spacing, button effect, corners, make it even more rounder. There we go. Like a, like a pill, just soften it up a little bit. And then I go to general and I'm going to change the click here, right? I'm going to change it to this is your, you know, buy now, book now or schedule now, right? Whatever it is, whatever your call to action is, schedule now, um, you know, download now button, right? Whatever your call to action is. Cool? That's pretty clear, right? If it's clear, you guys are following me. Put a 10 in the chat so James knows, and if I need to stop and slow down a little bit, he can let me know. Put a 10 in the chat if you understand. You're following me so far. These are some important elements in a funnel. Okay. So next, now if I want to take action on this funnel, right, you need to go. You can see it says not set up. Do you see that, James?
Yes.
There's no stop up, no setup there. So you just click on settings and you can set it up. So you set the action. What do you want the action to be? You could have it be you know, uh, let's say a website or a pop-up, right? And the website training that I have in the platform goes over all that. But if I made it a pop-up, then it's a pop-up, right? You're gonna see pop-up there. See that, James? It says pop-up.
I do.
If I say website, it says URL, but it says URL not set. So you got to set the URL. So I'm going to leave it URL because that's where you would put in your URL or get rid of the hashtag, and you can choose whether you want to open in the same window or you want a new tab. Okay, pretty cool, right? So pop up, if you chose pop up, you manage the pop up here. You click on pop up, and you could edit the settings of the pop up. You could add, elements in here. Maybe I want to add a column. I just add a column here, right? And I could add a component. Maybe my component is a let's see here. It's a two-step order process, right? There's where they can order, buy. So step one is name, email, phone number. Step two is enter your credit card information. Okay. So I'll save that so you guys see an example of a pop-up in here, but there's no URL set. So next section, we're going to use let's do this. Let's copy. We want to keep the similar font, so let's clone that. And let's go below that. And let's set the settings on that. A little bit down. Yep. And let's clone this one. Pull it above that. And let's bring that down a little bit. And let's bring that up a little bit. Okay. This is going to be like, um, you know, like your bonuses, right? So if they buy it now, so I got the video, I got the hook. Now I'm gonna say, hey, if you buy now, here's some bonuses you get, right? So I'm just gonna use my brain to come up with the content here. I got a little bit of content saved on a Word document that'll help me a little bit. But a bonus section call to action would be something like what, James? Like buy, subscribe, get rid of the text, subscribe today Let's just subscribe now, and get our nuclear bonuses. 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 Our nuclear bonuses. Our nuclear bonuses. And then we could say a limited. Yeah, that's good. Subscribe now. We'll make that bold.
Today only.
Yeah. Subscribe now and get our today. Yeah. Today only. There you go. Okay. This is you could come, obviously the landing page architect could help you with this. The ghostwriter could help you. The Wild GPT could help you with this, right? We're just using our brain to come up with this right now. So we're going to change that to now and get our nuclear bonuses today. Okay. So we could probably make that maybe bold. Let's make that bold. Excellent. And maybe we can make that, I think I'd like to make that a little bit, put a shadow on it, because it's important, right? So I'll put a strong shadow on that. Boom. How's that look? Yeah. All right. Now we're going to add our bonuses, right? So we're just going to add a section, add a component, and we're going to, I think we probably should use this type of text. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy that, and I'm going to pull that below here. Now we got to add some spacing there, right? For you, it's too close. So there we go. And then the couple bonuses we have, let's just say, get our um, get our ebook on how to rank your YouTube video on the first page of Google. Step by step process and access to the Ask Ed app. Yep, there you go. Okay. So, there's the first bonus, right? So, boom, number one. And you can probably add some bullets here, and I'll show you where to get those bullets. But that's the first one, right? So now let's do the second one. What's another good bonus we could offer, James? So get our ebook on how to rank. Yes, maybe a second one would be, uh, let's say, get a free VIP ticket to our up upcoming book boot camp when you inst get instantly get see instantly 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 get free VIP ticket to upcoming boot camp um, on uh, uh, instantly get a upcoming boot camp, and then we can just go details will be emailed to you. There you go. That's perfect. Details will be moved. There you go. That's perfect. TAIL. Yeah, that's perfect. So that's look good, James. Yeah. That's perfect.
I think it looks great. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and take that. And let's just add a little space there. Okay, good. And now I use for emojis, I use a free tool. So let's just type in, I'll put that link in the chat for you guys. So let's just go to here. Get emojis. So I'm gonna get some bullet points, right? So I think that's the right one. Is this the right one? Come on, where are you? Get emojis. Okay, let's try that again. Let's just go to, I'll just do search here. Emojis. Okay. Free emojis. I can't type this one. Let's see. Emojis. I spell emojis.
EMOJI.
J-I-A-I-S.
Uh-huh.
J-O-I-S.
EMO.
Let's see. There you go. There we go. Let's see. We got some here. Free links, websites for this. I gotta find it here. I gotta find it. I'll find it here. There we go. Okay, here's one here. See the importance of being ranked on ChatGPT if you don't have it, but this is a free website that I found. So let's get emoji copy and paste. Let's try that one. No? Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, here's some. Cool. So I'm going to find like a bullet point here, right? So that's all I'm trying to do is find a bullet point. And there's a places you could download them, something to get people's attention. Obviously, I don't want fruit or apples, right? But I want to have something there, right? So there's an 8 ball. There's a book. There's pencils. Let's see here. See which one I like. How about that one there, James? That looks good, right?
I like that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Copied it. Okay, so let's go now to here. And let's just paste that right in there, right? See how that looks. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. You can choose whatever you want, right? Um, we have, by the way, we have emojis here in the platform too, so you can go into settings. I'm not going to show you that, but I mean, you go to settings and there's icon. See this icon right here? Icon color. So I could change the icon color, right? If I want to. Let's see if there's nothing happens there because there's no icon, but I could choose like an icon. There's ways to do that in the platform. See, it's under here. I know I showed Liz this the other day, but there's some really cool features in terms of being able to add your own icons, right? So we're not going to do that now, but there's a way to get the icons, right? This is the whole purpose of this to show you the architecture of this. Okay. All right. Next, after the free bonuses, and you could have 3 bonuses, you could have 4 bonuses. So let's say here, I need to add like what this is here. So let's go here, clone that. And then this is your call to action. Let's get rid of, I already cloned that. So let's get rid of that. This is your bonuses, new bonus offers, right? This is your bonus offers. What are you going to give to them? It could be anything, right, James? What are some other ideas for bonuses, James? You can give them. Obviously,
Well,
you can give them a newsletter.
yeah, you can give them newsletter. You can give them, invite them to the breakfast lab. You can give them, you know, 10 top reasons or 10 top ways to rank with AI.
Yep. So below that, I'm going to have like a secondary call to action, right? I gave them the bonuses, I gave them, everything there, and I'm going to pick at the pain points a little bit now, okay? So I'm going to have an image here, and I already uploaded an image to here. I think it's still here. No, it's not. So let me just get it here real quick. And let's go to my downloads. And let's see here. Which one is it? I think it's this one here. Yeah, that's it. So let me go to marketing funnel and let's upload that image. So I made this image this morning with AI. So there it goes. So ideas in, content out, right? That says a lot, right, James?
Yes.
It says a lot. The picture's worth 1,000 words. So I'm going to make that a little bit smaller. Maybe a little bit smaller, do 400. So see, that's the image width. I'm just changing the image width here, right? Now I'm going to go to the settings of the image because I don't want it square. It looks kind of square, right? Not literally, but it looks kind of square. So I'm gonna go to settings. And I'm gonna go to miscellaneous, and I'm gonna change the radius on it. See, it says radius, and I'm gonna make it a circle. Well, make it look like a CD, right? That looks kind of cool. Doesn't that look cool? Yeah, yeah, it looks really cool. All right, now let's go ahead and just clone this because I want to tell you what this is. This is like a secondary second hook, right? If they made it down this far, let's get them. Let's hook them some more, right? Let's pick. See, you want to get their pain points, right? So I like to call it, you know, what's in pain? What kind of pain do they have, right? And we already know businesses have a pain of, um, you know, content marketing, right? So, that's what you're trying to do here, right? Pick at that pain of content marketing, and you need to pick at it really hard, right? So ideas in, content out. So um, let's go ahead and add some more text below this. So I'm going to take the copy here. I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to drag that down below here. Okay, I'm going to bring that down below here. There we go. All right, and I'm going to say something just like um, create content with speed and outdistance your competition. Competition. Spelled right? Competition. I think so. Yeah. Let's double check. This is your competition. Competition. Okay. Oops. Spell that right, James. COMP. Competition. Is that right?
Competition. Yep.
Okay. And outdistance your competition. Outdistance your competition. Great content with speed and outdistance your competition. Yeah, that's good. I like it. And let's look at a size up here because that's a hook, right? So let's look at the size of this one. It's 36 and it's shadowed, right? So that's the hook. Let's go ahead and make this one big too. 36. There we go. 36 and miscellaneous. I'm going to make it shadowed too. Strong shadow. Boom. Right? There you go. Great content with speed and outdistance your competition. Now I have some other copy that I'm going to work on over here that I have just as I'm going to use it as an example, right? So I'm going to use this one here. Stop bleeding, right? So let's create some content down here. Is this helpful to you guys? Put a 5 in the chat if you guys, if this is helpful to you. Yeah. Like it? All right, now let's put some, we're gonna address some pain points here, right? Stop the bleeding. Okay. Very good. And then what do you think I need below this, James? A call to action, right?
Yeah. Buy
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. That's your second hook, right? Now, what's next? Next, real clear. Your next one, I'm gonna clone that, bring that down here.
Josh,
Now
I
this,
see you have your hand up. Please put your questions in the Q&A and we'll try to get to them through the Q&A at the
so
bottom of
next
the
is
page.
you have questions. We have the answers. Okay. So questions. This is like your FAQs, right? So you got to address these are what are called FA, not just not FAQ questions relative to your product. Nobody cares about that yet. Okay. You're still trying to convert them on the page, right? So what you're trying to do is you want to put questions here that overcome objections. You have questions, we have answers. So I'm going to put some questions in here, and we have a tool down here. I'm just going to put FAQ questions. Now, I'm not going to come up with the questions. You could easily click on the settings here, and you could add questions. Now, how would you come up with the questions? Well, the landing page architect. Cool. All right, there's the questions. And you could have 5, you could have 4, you could have 10, whatever you want. And you can change the color of the background color. I'm going to change that background color to maybe a darker gray or maybe a black. And we'll make the text white. And when they hit that plus sign, it'll give them the answer, right? So you have questions, we have answers. Okay. So this is our FAQ question. So let's go ahead and clone that. I'm going to drag that down there so you know what that is. So that's the second, and this is the settings here. Settings, bring that up. And this is objection, prevention, questions. Okay. And you could ask the Ask Ed app, you could ask the ghostwriter to help you come up with that, and he will. Okay. For your product. All right. These are not product questions about, I have a blue shirt, a green shirt, and a black shirt. Those are my options. No, you're not going to deal with that yet. You're still trying to convert them, right? You can see everything, all the call to actions that are here, right? Matter of fact, we should probably have a call to action right below the bonuses too, right? So let's just clone this. And I'm going to bring that right down below the bonuses, right? A good idea to have a lot of call to actions, right, James? Yeah.
Yep. On
Make it
every,
make it make it easy for them to convert, to download your book, right? To book time, to buy your gym membership, to buy a cup of coffee, to buy whatever you're selling, right? Make it easy for them to do it. Okay.
Yeah, on every fold, which means once one call to action is out of sight, there should be a new one.
Yep. After you answer the FAQ questions, you need to have a call to action. Okay. Now, the next thing that's important, probably, I think that covers everything. That's a 5. Is you probably need some credibility at this point. Now, okay, who are these people, right? That's what they're probably going to ask, right? So let's do that next. So, I'll tell you what, let's do something else here. Settings, background. Settings, background. I'm going to use a background here. And let's see here. I downloaded one. Let me just make sure I see that I could download it again. So let's go here to this one. So I'm going to download, that's page 6. I'm going to download that. Page 6. And just download that real quick. Good. Watch, I just drag it. See, I'm dragging it right here. See, here it is. I'm dragging it right there. And there it's uploaded. I'm going to throw that in the background. See, that looks cool, doesn't it? That's it's in the background of everything. Cool. Awesome. Then you can have whatever background, you can change it to wherever you want, right? Gives it a little bit of this depth, right? Okay. So now that we have that, now we got about 15 minutes. I think we could do like some other stuff to this. And I want to finish this today for you guys. So this is this section. Now let's add like um, some other section here. Settings. And um, meet our founders, right? Meet you, right? Meet our founders. So that's probably what you want to add that next. Now let's add, let's add an image, right? And I can just click on that image right here, settings, and let's add an image of a person. So let's click here. And I'm just going to go to stock images. We have a lot of stock images in here, by the way. So these are stock images you could have. So I'm just going to say business. Well, you could use these for free, by the way. Businessman. So I'm just going to look for a businessman in here, see if I can find one that looks kind of cool. All right, let's see here. Uh, yeah, let's choose this one. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. So I just go to settings and I'll make it like maybe 300. Okay, maybe a little bit smaller, maybe 250. Maybe smaller, maybe 200. All right. Now I'm gonna go to miscellaneous. I'm gonna make it look a little bit different. Let's make it like a circle. Yeah, that look good? Yeah, perfect. So meet our founders, and then of course you probably need to have their name down here, right? So let's just add a little text down here below here. Uh, text, right? This is John Doe, right? John Doe. Center that. And then you may want to have like a little bit of bio, right? Bio. This is our meet our founders, and you could obviously I could take this and clone that, and then clone that, throw that right there. Yeah, that's pretty clear, right? If you want to do a two-column one, you could do a two-column one too. There's a lot of ways to do that in the platform. So matter of fact, let's just do a two-column. I'll show you. I'll give you an option here. So you do a plus. Actually, hang on. Let's try doing something here different. Let's go here. And let's go full width. And then let's do a two-column. Now I don't want it full width, so I'm gonna go to settings and I could choose the width of it to make it, about the size of the site. See how it moves it in a little bit? And then I could take this and put them right there. And I could take, this would look better anyway, I think. Do you think so, James? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we'll put this one down below here. Like I've done this before, right, James? There you go.
Yeah.
And then you just meet our founders. There you go. Yeah. And then, of course, maybe I can move the top not so much. Settings. There we go. Perfect. Then you probably, at that point, you want to have your products. So now let's add a two column. We'll clone this. Push that down. Let's make that a little bit smaller. Excellent. So one column. Make that a little bit smaller. Let's add a component. Matter of fact, let's just clone this one here. Okay. And it's going to be your featured products or services. This is where you detail it out now. Okay. So this is where you could have your products, products that you want. So let's just go here. Let's just add some images here of products. Description. And let's add some products in here. Let's go stock images and let's say purse. Okay. So here we go. There's one product as an example. And then maybe make that a little bit smaller. Okay. And let's just clone that. There you go. This is where you detail your products and you can have obviously the pricing below that. So maybe you have one column below that. This is where you obviously have the buy now, right? I don't want to make it so big. So let's go to settings, make it a little bit right here. And let's add a component and let's add a two-step order process because they're going to buy it, right? So here it goes, two-step order. Now they're going to buy it right now, right? You got to have obviously the pricing. Maybe I have the pricing here, so I just add some text below that. Buy now for only $20. Okay, and make that centered. Okay, let's clone that. There you go. And there's their buy now right there. And you can customize this buy now, like over here. Like here's step one. You can choose the font type. We're going to choose a different font type. You can change the button text, the button color. This is step one. This is step two, right? See step two, they put in their credit card. Now, obviously, you got to have a product on the page. and you got to connect your Stripe account, but that's all covered in the training, right? That you guys can go over. So this is an example, obviously a buy now. This is where you list your features. Maybe you want to list, some more details on your features. If you have more than one product, like we have all our apps, we would list all of our apps, right? And then now maybe you may want to have some other options. If you have, some other options, let me just add some other elements down here. Got about 6 minutes. I think we're doing good on time, right, James? This is really good.
Yeah, I think so.
I hope this was helpful to you guys. What do you guys think?
This
Yeah.
if it was helpful, put a 10 in the chat box, please.
This is your, maybe this is your customer.
I'm thinking everybody's loving the training.
Customer, stories, right? Yeah, if you have some happy customers, right? This is your raving fans, right? And then guess what? You probably want another last call to action, right? After that. So you could put like your, reviews here, video testimonials, right? Then after that, we're going to say, hey, you know, um, let's just go to the top. And we're going to take, actually, I'm going to take some information here. Let's just get a call to action. Let's do that one. I don't think we have that in here. Yeah, we don't have that in here. Do we have it? Yeah, no, we don't. Stop the bleeding. Yeah, we did. We'll just do a secondary call to action down here. So let's just go to a second one. Let's just clone that. And this is going to be our last call to action. Okay, let's just add let's add an element. Let's add maybe you have some video of all your, so that's a video, right? So that's gonna be like a video. So you could go to settings and you could do a custom embed, right? You could do a YouTube video, you could do a Vimeo, a Wistia, right? You could do an HTML5, right? This would be like a video testimonial, right? If you had a video testimonial. And then a second, another call to action down there. And let's go back here to the top and let's copy this. And wada boom, wada bam. Okay. Now, this is your footer. So on your footer, you want your company information. Maybe you have privacy policies. You need to do that as well. You could edit any of this. You could, if you don't want a privacy policy in terms, you could just delete that section, but I'll leave that there. Cool. I think that pretty much is everything we need. Anything else you think we need they need on the page, James? Any other element?
No, I think that's
You could do like in addition to there's one other thing I thought of. Yeah, so you could do your featured products, you could do customer reviews, and then you could also do like you know, let's just say here one other thing you could add in here if you want to. You could delete it if you don't want it. Right? Is you could do as seen on, right? Maybe you've had interviews or you've been featured, as seen on any kind of credibility, any kind of credibility that you could add, right? Any kind of proof, right? Any kind of proof of your expertise. Yep. As seen on.
a great thing would be their black belt certification from
There you go.
Momentum Tech.
Yeah, awards. Yeah. etc. Right? Any kind of awards, featured, what you've been featured on, right? And this is your final call to action, right? So let me just add that here real quick. So let's add some elements to this. I'll wrap this up here. We'll copy this. We'll add that down here. This is going to be like your your products. Your products and your services if you have that, right? And then this is your bios, meet our founders. So this is pretty obvious. Clone. Let's bring that up. Obviously, this is details about your team, right? Good. And then now we have, products and services. Clone. Call to action. And then, of course, down here you have testimonials. Reviews. Okay. And then this is your awards. So I don't need to put that. I'll just put that. You could just put any awards there. And then this is your next section here. And then final call to action. Cool. Good. So I'll put this. You're going to find this after the call. I'm going to put this in your platform. And where you can find it is in shared funnels. And shared funnels, you're going to see it here. That's where you can find it. Not all funnels, but shared funnels. So you go to your website, you go to websites and funnels, and there's all funnels, shared funnels. It'll be under shared funnels right here. And here's the training right here. That's 45 minutes. Everything you need to know about customizing your website and more. Okay, cool. All right, guys, that does it for today, the AI Breakfast Lab. That's one of the tools in our platform. Don't discount that you can go to the landing page architect, Ask Ed, Wow GPT, and get all that content. We were just using our brains and our knowledge to put that together for you. So that's going to be available as a resource for you guys. So hope you guys enjoyed that today. And by the way, using that website tool is free in our platform. So
Yeah, host a bunch of them there.
that's right. I hope that was beneficial to you guys. We'll see you Monday. Don't forget, Magic Kids is live. It's a new AI platform with 15 AI tutors for kids. So, let's spread the word. We're going to show you how to set up your funnel, free funnel, on our next call. Hopefully, we'll go over what James go over that, and maybe he'll add that as a bonus. And we're going to go over the business too. So, if you're a guest and you want to hear a business overview, for example, more of our tools and the opportunity to make money with AI and certification, then stick around, okay, and come back.